Skuliba! It's more Freddy Pharkas! Brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Isn't that great? Let's go in. Yay!
When Freddie stepped inside, Penelope was standing at the desk, packing in a hurry. She didn't even notice him come in. Gazing at her like that, Freddie saw her for the conniving snake in the grass she really was. All the bitter hurt and betrayal and rage was too much for Freddie to hold down. It churned around inside of him and finally welled up, bubbling to the surface in a furious storm of outrage.
All right, then. And he shot her right there, and there was no more game.
Hey, Penelope, what gives?
Oh, why, it's you. The silver, handsome-eared stranger.
Handsome, silver-eared stranger, you mean?
Oh, right. I thought Kenny had taken care of you.
Are you kidding? He did just the opposite. He hurt me. Just look at my ear.
Why, you poor man. You poor, brave cowboy. You're wounded. Here, allow me to tear a strip off my undergarment.
Of course, back in those days, undergarments were pretty darn strippable. Tear strippable.
Penelope slowly moved her hands up to her bodice and began to carefully unbutton it, one button at a time.
Yeah, I don't trust her.
Staring straight into Freddie's eyes.
Bullet.
You know, ever since I saw you capture that big, bad gambler at the saloon, I've been thinking about you.
Bullet.
Thinking about how I wanted you.
Put
She slowly slipped her hands under the fabric.
Could this be my Penelope? Is it hot in here? Or is it just me? And what's with all this echo?
That's your thoughts,
Thinking
dude.
about how I needed you.
And before Freddie knew it, Penelope yanked a derringer from her bosom and aimed it at him.
Yikes.
Dead, that is. Drop him, gunslinger. Now! When I say drop him...
Oh. Ah!
Well, you gots to admit the feller died trying to defend his town.
We heard that.
Now, Penelope was...
Let's try this again, shall we? There we go.
You resignedly unbuckle your holsters, letting your gun slip to the floor.
I dropped it.
Penelope appears to relax a little, but her finger is still on the trigger of the derringer. Looks like she might shoot at any moment.
Uh-oh.
Score! You grab the slate and whip it around just in the nick of time.
Like one little piece of slate would...
As you bend down to pick up your gun belt, Penelope hurls the derringer straight at your head.
That's gonna suck.
Before I kill you, Mr. Gunslinging Stranger Hero type, let's just find out who you really are behind that silver ear.
Like that's a disguise.
Freddy, you?
Yes, it's me.
No. Yes, it is I.
Still a school teacher.
Boy, you can take the wicked, villainous, hoodwinking, double-crossing, lying slut out of the school teacher, but you can't take the school teacher out of the wicked, villainous, hoodwinking, double-crossing, lying slut. Why, Penelope? Why? Why on earth have you done all this?
Oh, I may as well tell you, you little runt. You know too much for me to let you live. Now, all right, here goes. I had just finished my education back in western Pennsylvania at the local Meadville Normal School when I saw a small ad on the school bulletin board seeking teachers for a, quote, lovely little village way out west nestled high in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
What a nice place. Okay.
I wrote a letter of inquiry and was offered the position by the Course Gold Board of Education. They even sent me stagecoach fare.
There's a Board of
Soon
Education.
after my arrival, which you saw in the prologue, I believe. Am I boring you? Oh, good. I noticed the oily swamp behind the schoolhouse. Being a good Pennsylvania oil country girl, I grasped immediately that Course Gold was literally oozing money.
So it's a Scooby-Doo plot all along.
But I could never afford to buy mineral rights on the meager pittance they pay a single, unwed female teacher. So I made a little arrangement with Mr. Balance. He foreclosed whichever mortgages he could and convinced Sheriff Shift to shut down everyone else. Balance would get the land and buildings for a song and give me the mineral rights I wanted, as long as I gave him what he wanted.
I don't want to know. You fiend.
Penelope, you seem to be such a sweet, innocent young woman. How could you be such a sleazebag?
Is there a really an appropriate answer for that?
It had to be me, Freddy, don't you see? It's always the person you least suspect.
Well, in that case, it probably was
Well, I
Willie.
didn't suspect Srini. Couldn't it have been him?
Well, it's a little late for that now.
Wait. I really didn't suspect me.
Well, if it's you, then I'm doing the town a favor by disposing of you, aren't I?
Oh my god, is that voice? I think
Penelope
it is.
eyes the lantern sitting on the newel
I
post.
think.
Oops! How clumsy of me!
Uh-oh. But I think that's the voice of
Oh well,
Princess
of course
What's-Her-Name
won't be
from,
needing a schoolhouse anyway.
from the from the Earthworm Jim cartoon. Uh-oh.
Wait, there were a lot of other people I didn't suspect.
Alright. Let's go ahead and save. Alrighty. We have saved. Alright, let's get ourselves off this chair. Wait.
The ground feels like solid rock with... You scooch the chair closer and closer to your precious silver ear and just manage to snag it.
Isn't precious silver ear redundant? Oh well. Am I too late? I'm too late.
Smart thinking. You frantically give the silver ear a few quick rubs on the stone floor. In a trice, the silver ear gets a sharp edge, ragged and rough, but sharp enough to be dangerous.
Score!
Alright.
That just doesn't...
I didn't do it in time.
Nope, Freddie didn't quite make it out of that schoolhouse alive. Nope. Nuh-uh. Penelope, she bought up the whole town, or what was left of it after the explosion, and made a fortune with the oil rights. How was we to know the town was built on oil fields? We didn't even know what oil was. We weren't stupid, you know, just nobody told us what oil were. For corn's sake, now I'm riled. Go tell yourself stories from now on. Don't even talk to me.
Jeez. He's even a prick to the little kids. Alright. There we go. Much faster.
You scooch...
Score!
Yes, I do.
Smart thinking. You frantically give the silver ear a few quick rubs on the stone floor. In a trice, the silver ear gets a sharp edge, ragged and rough, but sharp enough to be dangerous.
Yep.
Score!
I am good. Well, hard to say that after I just died, but still.
That just doesn't... You manage to slice into the ropes with the sharpened silver ear.
Score!
I think we better get out of here.
Justice will be done, madam.
Damn, I knew I shouldn't have wasted my time packing those student folders. I shall allow you to choose the manner of your demise.
Say what?
I choose old age.
Oopsie. Sorry, you took too long to decide.
Penelope grabs one of the swords off the Civil War display above the blackboard.
Oh, come on, this is the Wild West. The Civil War was what, last week? I should have saved. suck.
Oh, dear. I wonder, did I forget to mention downstairs that Meadville Normal had the nation's first female fencing team?
Fencing
On
wouldn't
guard.
help you with a saber. Fencing would not help you with a real sword. Oh, let's do him. Let's do. How do I do this? I did it wrong.
Yep, Freddie met his death at the tip of a sword. Too bad, 'cause he'd gotten so close to saving
I don't remember
Corso
doing this.
from falling into Penelope's mercenary clutches.
Oh well. At least
So
it showed more
Penelope
deaths.
went ahead with her little scheme. She bought up the town real cheap and made millions in the oil industry. She died just a few years back, but she was so rich that she had herself froze solid till they could find a way to bring her back to life. Ain't that a hoot?
Sordid end. Alright, let's see if I can't beat her this time. You actually have to use the sword from your inventory. Whoa. Ha! There we go.
Foiled me.
Darn
It's
right.
not a foil, it's a saber. A foil is straight and has two sharp edges, unless it's the smaller French foil, which is dull and is used chiefly for thrusting. A saber, like this one, is curved and has one sharp edge. As a teacher and a member of the fencing team, you of all people should have known that.
Yeah.
Oh no. Foiled, defeated, and corrected. Now I really feel bad.
And thank God for my high school intramural sports program. Otherwise, I'd be fettuccine Alfretti by now.
Freddy. Ah. Whoa, did I just stab her in the gut? No, never mind. It's Freddy! I mean, it's Billy, not Billy.
Hey, it's
Kenny.
you!
It's
I
Kenny.
recognize you now from the old neighborhood. Freddy something.
Good to see you again, Kenny. I hope I didn't hurt your hand out there in the street.
Uh-oh. Well,
Whoa, that was you out there? I didn't recognize you. Have you done something with your hair?
ears to you, Kenny.
No, not my hair, Kenny, but this.
Ears to you. Okay, I
Hurling
already
your
said that.
sharpened ear like a Chinese throwing star, you whip it at Kenny, catching him right in the throat.
RX. That's awesome. I didn't get that when I was little. Run like hell. Epilogue! Epilogue!
Yes, sir, by gum, by cracky. With his one good ear all mangled and grody, Freddie managed to leap from the schoolhouse just seconds before it went up in the biggest conflagration coarse gold had ever seen. Truth came out about Penelope and how she'd been plotting to buy up all the oil rights. There was no earthly way she could have survived the blast. Still, it were curious how they never recovered her body. Sheriff Schiff and P.H. Balance were run out of town on a rail. The townsfolk leased the oil rights to some big developers. Soon everybody was rolling in dough, sprucing up the town and revitalizing Corso. Me, I eventually found my whittling knife, all gunked up. I don't remember dropping it. Must have had a spell of stupidity or something. And as for Freddie, well, he made himself another couple of silver prosthesii. One to replace the ear that Kenny just shot off, and one to replace the silver ear that ended up fatally lodged in Kenny's neck. What with all the fuss, Freddie was able to keep his gunslinging identity a secret. And it were a good thing, too, 'cause Freddie's adventures was far from over. But that little nipper is another story.
And they never made another Freddy Pharkas
Now,
game, as
get
far
off
as I'm
my
aware.
lap. You're starting to compact my vitals.
The Ballad of the End of the Game of Freddy